Hello everyone, we're going to talk about sale of held to maturity investment prior to maturity in this video. On March 31st, year 2, Colburn Company sells its investment in bonds, face value $100,000, 13% bonds that it classified as held to maturity. The selling price is $102,000 plus the accrued interest. So there is an accrued interest because the company sells it on March 31st, so January, February, and March. The next interest payment is on June 30th. So there is a 3-month accrued interest. The bonds were purchased on January 1st, year 1, 97,616.71. With 14% effective interest. Okay, the maturity date is on December 31st, year 3. The investment carrying value on January 1st, year 2 is 98,306.37. The company uses effective interest method. So we need to first calculate the carrying value of the bonds or our investment on the date of sale, which is March 31st, year 2. Okay, so the face value is 100,000. The purchase price is 97,616.71. The difference is the discount. Effective interest rate is 14%. For semi-annual, we divide by 2. So this is what we are going to use to calculate the interest income. Coupon rate is 13% or 6.5% semi-annually. So that means every 6 months, we receive 6,500. The investment is sold for 102,000. Okay, so first we need to calculate the carrying value on the date of sale. So the first time we bought it, it was 97,616.71. Okay, and then the interest income is 7% times the carrying value. The interest received in cash is 6,500. So the difference is the amortization of the discount as well as the increase in our investment. Okay, like that. So we can do it for the second 6 months. Okay, and then we're going to sell it on March 31st. So that's January, February, and March, 3 months after the last interest payment. So we're going to calculate the carrying value 3 months later. So 6,500, that's for 6 months, we have to divide by 2. Okay, 3,250 for 3 months, and then also 7% times the carrying value divided by 2, 3,440.72, and then the difference is the 3 months amortization of the discount. And when we add that to the previous carrying value, we have the latest 98,497.09. That's the carrying value on the date of the sale. Okay, so the company is going to receive 102,000 for selling their investment that has a value of 98,497.09. So that means they're making a gain, a profit 3,502 0.91 because 102,000 is higher than 98,497.09. The accrued interest for the 3 months that we're supposed to receive is 3,250. So the buyer will pay us 3,250. So when they receive the next interest payment, they will receive the full 6,500 for 6 months. Minus the 3,250 that they pay us, they will receive the difference, which is also 3,250 for April, May, and June. They should get 3 months interest. We should get 3 months interest. Selling price is 102,000. So total cash that we will receive from this transaction is 105,250. Okay, now we have all the information that we need. Let's take a look at the journal entry. First, we need to calculate and to prepare journal entries to bring our investment up to the date of sale. So investment in held to maturity debt securities goes up with the last amortization here, 190.72. Okay, that's our interest income, 190.72. Now, after this journal entry, our investment is showing that amount, 98,497.09. Okay. On March 31st, the date of the sale, we're going to get cash, which is this amount, 105,250. We're going to get interest income for the January, February, and March, which is 3,250. Okay. And then because we're selling our investment, it's no longer on our balance sheet in held to maturity debt securities. So that's gone based on the last carrying value here, 98,497.09. And then finally, we have to recognize our gain. Let's call it gain on sale of debt securities. 3,502.91. Let me make sure the right-hand side and the left-hand side are equal. Okay, they are, so we're good. So that's the journal entries that we need to do. First journal entry brings our investment up to the latest carrying value, which is on the date of the sale. And then the second journal entry shows the receipt of cash, the investment on credit. That means we no longer have that investment, the recognition of the interest income for the 3 months we still own that investment, and the gain as a result of that sales transaction. That's how we prepare the journal entry. Thank you for watching.